Hiya everyone, welcome back to Harvey's Journeys, and today I'm up the Greenock Cut and I'm going to show you a wee bit of history about the Greenock Cut. It's absolutely freezing today. So as we're going through this gate, I'm actually coming in by the Overton end. So there's a few ways to walk round to go through the Greenock Cut. And there's also a golf course not far away from here, and it's called Wing Hill, and you can go up through there and that'll take you all the way right round to the Greenock Cut, and with fantastic scenic views around there as well. So I'm going to tell you a wee bit of history as I'm walking up here, all about Robert Tom and what he done for the Greenock Cut and how he helped the water supply all the water to Greenock. So Robert Tom was a Scottish civil engineer born in 1774 in Talbotton, South Ayrshire, and that's in Scotland. He became known for his significant contributions to hydraulic engineering, particularly on the Isles of Bute and Inverclyde. His work primarily focused on improving the water supply systems that powered various industries during the early stages of the Industrial Revolution. So the development of the Greenock Cut is an aqueduct designed by Robert Tom. So he, between 1825 and 1827, his primary purpose was to transport water from Loch Tom, and that was located approximately about 2.5 miles, 4 kilometres north of Greenock, to the town itself. This project was not only crucial for providing drinking water, but also for supplying power to local mills and factories. So the construction of what was involved was extensive, and engineering with their engineering efforts. The project took around 12 months to complete and included a compensation reservoir that helped regulate water flow. The aqueduct followed a semicircular route of approximately 5 miles, so that's around 8 kilometres. So hugging the contours of the hills at an elevation of so many metres. So that collected water from numerous streams and small basin reservoirs along its path. So just look at this scenery, folks, eh? I know it's really cold today, but we're enjoying it, and we dogs, eh? Absolutely enjoying it. So the impact on the industry, the Greenock Cut, they facilitated the operation of various mills in Greenock, including flour in the mills, the paper mills, the flax mills, and the wooden mills, and even a sugar refinery back in them days. It was powered 19 water wheels, and there was one noticeable wheel, and that was 70 feet in diameter, with 160 buckets capable of holding 100 gallons each of water. Wow. That was a big immense wheel, eh? It produced around, I think it was 200 horsepower. My dogs just love it. They sleep great at night after this. So, as industrial activities expanded due to this reliable water supply, Greenock experienced population growth. However, this rapid development led to challenges such as poor sanitation and subsequent health epidemics among some of the residents. So, in response to these public health issues, the town acquired the Shaws Water Company, and that was in 1864. This aimed to improve sanitation and ensure that there was clean drinking water for everyone. Despite its initial success as an industrial power source, By the mid-20th century, concerns over contamination and ageing infrastructure prompting further changes. So it was in October 1971 a new public water supply system was established through a tunnel bored into the hillside, and that did replace much of the original aggregate's function. So the Greenock Cut itself continued to be recognised for its historical significance. And you can see some of the reservoir here as well. Lovely folks there. Obviously that's a wee bit for the danger, so that's for people who sometimes go up in the summer. Just make sure you don't get near that. Very dangerous. When you come up here in the summer and the weather, it's just really, really lovely. So I'll go back to saying what I was saying. Their efforts was to restore the Greenock Cut to its original condition. So what happened was it went in collaboration with the Scottish Water and Inverclyde Council. So it was like a 1 million restoration project, and that commenced in 2005 with support from the Heritage Lottery Fund. So today, it's no longer used for drinking water or industrial purposes up here, but it does serve as a popular walking route that showcases early industrial engineering achievements. So back to Robert Tom. Robert Tom, he works on projects like the Greenock Cut, and his significant advancements in civil engineer during Scottish Industrial Revolution, it just says it all. His contributions not only transformed local industry, but also laid foundations for modern hydraulic engineering practices. So I want you just to have a wee light round. So that's a wee bit about the cut. There is a lot of places to walk right round, and it does take you so many hours. I think it's 3.5 hours, depending on your fitness level. But myself, I'm only going to walk so far today, and I'll show you so much. But then I'll go round to the visitor centre and show you around there. Just look about, folks. Well, that was the history of the Greenock Cut. The visitor centre, I'll show you a wee bit more. I just love coming up here, folks. Peace and quiet. Look at that, eh? You can't beat it. Just the fresh air. Plenty of fresh air today. Don't you just love it, folks, eh? I think I'm going to get blown away, so I better move on. So I'm going to take the dogs back down. They are getting a wee bit old, so I can't walk them too far. And myself. But I highly recommend coming up here, folks. And if you do want to come up, just always make sure you've got something with you. Fluids, food. There is a wee cafeteria up here. But as I said, if it's not open, it's always best to take something to eat with you. So we're over in here. And this is where we are right now. Right up here. And we're going to walk right down to here. seen an old farmhouse here, so let's go in and have a wee look at it. Wouldn't it be great just to have a house here, eh? Look at the view. I don't know how long this has been empty for, but let's go in and see if we're wee nosy here. Oh my goodness, obviously it's been, I'm not getting in there, so I'm mugged. Got the mud. Wow, somebody's done a bit of graffiti on it already. How the hell did they get in here? I mean, look at all the mud. That old sink over there. Isn't this for all the animals? It's a shame what happens to buildings there. Look round here. My bum. Oh, there's sheep watching me. Oh, what are you doing here? I don't know, that's empty around here. Probably see better in there than me. Oh, I see there's a tyre down there. As well. Must have been some size of farmyard at one time, man. It's a shame what happens to buildings. Just left to rot. Sometimes it's just the upkeep of things, eh? But can you imagine just hauling all this down and building a house here? Oh, this has got history, but to follow that down there, there's some view. View of a new house. As I say, I'm not going to go in because you can tell it's the hazards out. I'm not going to chance it. Just thought I'd show you this old farmhouse. Look, I can get in this bit. This is some size in here, eh? Right now it's just like a wee shelter for the sheep. Apart from the roof. At least it's still standing, just. now. Farmhouse here. Right to the travel centre. The visitor centre, I mean. Guess what happened to me? I was going down to my car. And guess what? I dropped my keys. Couldn't find them anywhere. So I had to phone my man to come up, and thank God he had a spare key. I don't want to be here doing this, do I? You just love Scotland. Here we are, folks, we're walking up to the visitor centre. It's giving you information. The climate. And there's a wee Scottish flag. It's going to say visitor centre, but it's closed today. I'm going to take you in and show you. But I need to come up later. You can see a wee sheep with red at the back there. It's got all the information in the back there, so I'll need to come up another time. But if you ever want to come up here, go to the visitor centre and they'll be able to tell you all about the history. I just love the Scottish flag. So you can go over that way as well. If you want to hill walk or travel in the car, you can go along this way on the right hand side, and there's a lot of farms about as well, so please respect all the farmers and their sheep. The ranger for around here, so he's kindly going to open up the doors for us and tell us a wee bit of history, so I'm going to thank him for that. And he's got his wee dog out for a walk today as well, so he actually is the ranger for this place, so he's going to tell us a lot more than what I can tell you. So fantastic. Alright, what's your name? John. Nice to meet you, John. I'm Avril. John's going to be better at telling me more history than I should know, being Scottish, but
well, you've got time forever up and you want to read the history of it. This is the first panel here.
Okay.
But it was all to do with the expansion of Greenock as a town. Lots of people were coming in, lots of diseases.
Okay.
So what they had to do, they had to get clean water. So Robert Tom, the bust of Robert Tom here, He came up with a scheme.
You don't mind being on camera, do you? Is that alright?
He came up with a scheme of making an aqueduct that goes for 5.5 miles round the back of the road hill. It's 8 reservoirs. There's Loch Tom, and that was the drinking water for Greenock. But they also found out it could be used to power all the industries.
Okay.
So if you come round this way, see if you try to read all these. These are all the things that were going on. There was whisky distilling, there was rope making, cotton spinning, paper making, shipyards. These were all the industries. And these are the reservoirs in the river. So this is the cut itself, going for the 5.5 miles, goes round to Overton where the long dam was, and then it was 2 fault lines that used to power all the mills.
I always wondered what the names were, see them coming around here, because I come up with a lot of the dogs. So, over this end, where the cafeteria and that is, over that, what's that called?
Overton.
The Overton.
That's Overton track, that's where the aqueduct goes. It starts here, it goes for 5.5 miles all the way around these big hills behind us. And then when it gets to the long dam, over Overton, there was those 2 fall lines. So this was all the industry. So you're talking, it's over 200 years ago, we were using hydropower, and now we're talking about getting more hydropower here. Over the last, maybe, I've been here 20 years, there's been at least 4 different schemes that people have looked into getting hydropower again. It's never really came to fruition, but it would be good if it did.
That'd be great.
All these renewable energies.
And you were saying it was...
So the local man made this for us, this kind of gives you the idea if it works. Just give the wheel a wee tap. So this shows you how hammers, saws and drills can work.
How it's all made.
Just powered by a little bit of water and a big water wheel.
So you see the big dam over there as well, don't you? So that's the history all about the dam and stuff. And
Dam up here? Well, you see, initially there was a dam up there, but it was a lot smaller.
Right.
They had to build a big wall to make Loch Tom. It used to be called the Caspian Loch. And that just held so much more water that would then fall into this compensation reservoir, and then that would be allowed to go from here around the canal.
So it was Robert Tom.
Robert Tom came up with the whole idea, yeah.
And that was in the 1800s?
1825.
1825.
It only took them 2 years to build it.
I'd been, 10 then.
You think they didn't have machines back in those days?
Exactly.
Dynamite.
And manpower. Brilliant.
Show you some of the shovels and things like that. So the winter seemed to be colder those days, so I think there's 13 little bothies, and men would have to stay in the bothies at night time to make sure it didn't ice up.
Okay.
So you need to stand on top of the canal, smashing the ice.
Right.
Because if it
The
froze,
bothies.
it wouldn't be able to go down the fall lines and they would get fined. So, there was the shovels that they had to keep digging out, but silted up.
Look at the size of them.
I know.
How did they
And
make
these are
them?
really heavy, these things. They were.
How did they even make them and carry them?
No, you've got to break the ice with them.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So that's kind of brief history, but there's more if you want to go around.
The tools are always better, but aren't they, back in the days compared to now? I mean,
A couple of 100 years old, look brand new.
wow. And how long do you think it would have taken them to make them?
I'm not sure. I mean, they had
A good while.
they had skills back in the day. There was forged in metal, so nothing's changed in that respect.
So what else were you saying there?
Well, that's the history area, but right now we're more geared up for wildlife and children.
So this is all fun.
It's more of an education centre now.
Yep. And it's great for the kids as well, isn't it? Because then they can know the history. Rather than being on their wee computers, but they usually are at times, aren't they? It's great to... And the foxes.
This is the room that we use for the children. We've got
Oh,
touchy-feely
right.
stuff. We've got skulls and pelts and bones.
So when are you open? Because I see like...
There's no school in today, that's why it's quite
Uh-huh.
quiet. But there's a school on Wednesday, there's a school on Thursday, and there's a school on Friday.
Right, okay, so it's regular then? Alright, I guess.
Well, we're booked up right up to the summer near enough.
Right, okay.
We also get involved in the marine. We look after Lunderson Bay as well.
Oh, do you?
So we do. So the beach cleans every year and all the data goes to the Marine Conservation Society.
Oh, right,
We're
okay.
one of the longest contributors to their data. So we've been doing it for maybe 30 years. 4 beach cleans a year where you record everything and send all the data later.
So is this all your volunteers?
Yeah, the most we got down there was when Dave Darper was doing the Blue Planet thing. We got 80 volunteers. But we did one in January there and we got, I think it was 23, which was not bad because it was a really cold January day.
It's really cold today, isn't it? I feel really, your face is the same as mine. But you know, it really need more of this, see volunteers for the beaches and stuff, because see the amount of, especially for the lands. And
volunteers, but it's on every week. And I think we've 9 this week.
So what were you doing there with the Lucasade bottles and that? Are you just...
It's just things that we find.
Or you just take pictures of what you find?
Talking about the news today, this bottle.
Especially the plastics.
Recycling scheme.
Oh, right, okay.
So if that goes ahead and we're finding all these bottles, we'll be able to get cash.
Quite right, quite right.
We used to do that with Iron Brew bottles.
Aye, that's right, 20 pence a bottle.
we would find them everywhere. We'd put them inside one of the crates, we'd take them to one of the shops and we'd exchange that for
I know,
biscuits,
sweeties. I know what.
These are the cotton buds. We're still getting problems with cotton buds on the beach.
Right, okay.
You ask everybody, what do you do with a cotton bud when you're done with it? They all say they put it in the bin, but they can't be all put it in the bin because some of them are getting flushed down the toilet pan. They don't really get caught in the sewage plants that float up to the top, and then the next storm they end up back in the beach. So
it's a shame, but for all, obviously, the fish and the dolphins and stuff, isn't it? And especially...
But things have worked because years ago we used to get lots of polythene bags and then started the Bag for Life scheme. Now you hardly find a bag on the beach at all. That has worked. And recently, I was thinking, the last few years, we've been finding lots of bottle tops of like ginger bottles and things like that. But I don't know if you've noticed now, a lot of places now the lids are attached to the bottles. And that's because we were finding them all on the beach.
So you as well, right.
This is the kind of information we've been putting away to the Marine Conservation, and somewhere down the line they can lobby government and we get the changes. We don't get so many bags, we don't get so many lids, and hopefully we'll not get so many plastic bottles and cans if we start to recycle them.
Have you ever seen the mines, have you ever seen on television that? It's really bad. Where all the plastics go, you know, you think...
The ocean, on the Atlantic.
So you not only do this, you do all this as well?
Well, we do that, yeah, we've been doing that for years, yeah.
So how long have you been here for?
2000, so that's 25 years.
Alright, so you've worked here, just...
Well, not just here. The park had 3 different centres, so they used to move you around every few years. But right now, the park's kind of more split up. So the people over at Renfrewshire side, they'd solely work in Renfrewshire, and I now solely work in Inverclyde. So I don't really go over to the other side of the park now. So I'll be here until I retire another.
Another 60 year.
7 years.
Well, that's fresh air we're getting.
7 years.
No, well, it's good you're doing all this. I mean, it's an amazing thing, history brought into it, and it's a lot of people, especially living in Scotland. I don't know a lot about Scotland, and I'd love to know more. This is why I do this, because I like to go around and travel and have a wee look at see what the history's all about.
Yeah, it's quite good to see in Scotland. It's just getting yourself out and about, isn't it?
Yep. Can you recommend any other places?
For history-wise?
I
would probably go up to, where is it now? Inverness. It's near Liverpool. They've got the kind of old wartime museums.
Right, okay.
That's where all the ships from the cargo ships that were back and forth during the war. It's always very interesting.
Right.
And then the places up there, you've got the bone caves. You can go there. We went there a few years ago, and there was a skull in the bone caves that they found of a polar bear. And polar bears used to roam about Scotland. See, I didn't know that. I've been to Inverary and Arica and stuff. I love all that kind of. I've been all there right enough, but I'd like to
go all different. So if you recommend, that'd be great. What's that all?
That's from a red deer.
Oh, red deer. When I was over there walking the dogs, I was actually out with the dog today, so they're away home again. There's a few skulls I noticed lying about and stuff. And aye, it's a shame right enough, isn't it? Because I thought obviously they'd been attacked or something, but...
Yeah, the weather sometimes does the sheep here. The sheep don't like it when it's wet, you know how wet it can be up here. They don't mind the cold, and they don't mind it being kind of windy, but if it's wet they get really cold. So just a lot.
And plus obviously the lambing season that you've got to watch, you know, especially...
Yeah, they'll be pregnant now, so we've got to kind of keep an eye on people with dogs.
Yep, definitely. I lost my car key actually today. Yes.
You find you don't get back?
I had to phone my man to come away up. He had a spare car key, thank God. I'd redone my track, but I couldn't find it. So if anybody ever hands in a wee blue, black... I was actually over the Overton end, so it's really the first gate you come to. That's where it was round that way. My dog... Hopefully, you know, it's the cut. So see, can you tell me about the cut? I know I was just reading up a wee bit, so it's like 3.5 hours to walk, is that right?
Yeah.
If you're
We
fit.
always say 2.5 to 3.
2.5 to 3. So is it 10 kilometres? 10 point?
6 kilometres, 6 miles is 10, so it's just over that. It's 7.8 miles, so it's nearly 12, nearly 13.
Was it nearly? Okay.
A bit more.
Right, so you do get a lot of visitors all the time up here, definitely.
It's what we've got, yeah.
Yep.
If you're up here on a nice day at the weekend,
Uh-huh.
sometimes can't come in, the car park's full.
Full, yep. I love coming up and then getting a wee roll up. I kind of try to point round, but up that way, you know, for a wee roll, sausage and stuff. So it's always handy if you're hungry as well, isn't it, round here? And all your history as well. And it's great schools are coming in too. So does the kids do some of the work in here to help out and stuff?
Yeah, maybe we've got days we'll maybe make what we call bird boxes for us. So we'll give them the wood, give them the plans, and they'll do the bird boxes. We get kids, from nursery kids to secondary kids.
So is it just yourself?
No, there's another ranger, he's on his tail.
Right, okay, so you're the ranger. It sounds like on a film, the rangers.
All we need is guns to keep people in check.
Like who is it again? Not him on the horse, Clint Eastwood. Who's
The Lone Ranger.
the Lone Ranger? So what's this over here? Oh, you just...
Yeah, just bits and bobs. I've got a little pond up there, we do a little pond dipping in the summer, and we used to take some of the creatures for the pond, and this used to be more of a fish tank. But it was becoming problematic, you know. When I started here, there used to be 6 rangers, there was only 2, so
is it hard for you?
Well, you can't do as much as we used to do.
Aye. And what time do you have to start your work here at?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Not too bad. More than a 35-hour week, 9 till 4.
9 to 4 o'clock. It's not too bad. So, I see Park Ranger. So you say there's a film crew coming up here?
Yeah, I think it's next one.
Next
but
one?
They've been filming Shetland. Do you ever watch Shetland? It's here.
Oh, is it?
For years they've been coming up here. Anything that can be just a generic moorland.
Right.
We'll shoot things in Shetland, but then we'll shoot a lot of it here.
Probably notice it in it now, so you've said that.
I can recognise things. I shot a movie last month, 2 months ago, an Argentinian movie. This next one's a French movie. You do usually take over the whole car park.
That's what I was saying. The scenery up here is just out of this world, isn't it?
Nice view from the top.
Yep.
That only takes you half an hour to walk up.
Yep.
A little path goes up by the side as a style. Takes you.
I've seen a lot of people going up that way, so it's just straight.
It zigzags up, so it makes it easier. It's not, you don't need to go up the really steep bit. Right, I better get back to my work.
Well, thank you very much for taking me round and opening up. And do you know that was really nice of you?
We're always open when we then. If I'm not in, we've got to close the door. Toilets are separate. That's why they're around the front, so they're open from 9 to 4.
9 o'clock to 4.
Here.
Right.
That's handy.
And do you pay to come in, or is it? There you are, folks.
Everything's
It's free. Thanks very much.
No,
thank you. Yeah, very kind man. Let's have a wee look round the Ranger. He wants to walk up now, so I'll get going. There you are, folks. It's a wee walk up here. Visitors Centre. Learn all your history. All the kids come here, as the man says, on a couple of days a week. It's always good to know your history. There's your cafeteria up here. You want a wee roll, you want a wee cup of tea. There's your cafeteria here. That's all I can say, folks. That's all I can show you, the Greenock Cut and all the history about it. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe and give us a wee like or a wee comment just to see if you enjoy my channel, okay?